Hey guys, how's it going? So it's Hody here. I'll give you a quick look at my progress from my last week because it's been about a week now. Probably the most notable things, I've got Stealth Elf Awakened. These are her stats at the moment. So these are her runes. I'm just gonna go through them pretty quick. She's still got 5 stars on slots 2 and 6. I did pull a 6-star crit rune, but I haven't got through to upgrading it fully yet. I don't have the gold. I will probably sub this over to this one once I have upgraded it. The first 2 subs are pretty crap. The attack's nice, but this is my Wham, how he's looking at the moment. And I've also farmed Boomer and finished him. So these are his stats. They're not fantastic, but they're not bad. So these are the runes he's on at the moment. This one could definitely use a replacement. I just don't have anything better. That rune's pretty good. This one's there. That's a really nice rune. And I pulled this one earlier today. So before this, he was using this rune. Right, so I've replaced it with this one. The first slot 6 attack rune I've got, this is a 6-star, so pretty happy with that. Also in Arena, where I'm at the moment, ranked 95. I haven't really been pushing Arena, I've just been doing it here and there. There's not many teams I've run into that I can't hit. So I'll give you a look too, because what I've been doing lately is just farming B9. I've gotten to the stage where it's pretty consistent, so almost 100% with the team that I have right there. But what I'll do, because Nightmare was only a recent pull, so I'm going to give you a look at the first team I used to 3-star it. Alright, so it was these 3 units that I actually used first of all. So I'll do a run quickly and kind of show you the strategy behind it and how it was done. Alright, so when you get in, basically you want to aim the big boss, and that was not meant to happen, but he crit, so no dramas. You want your elf basically stealth throughout the waves as much as you can, right? The waves are pretty easy. It's the boss that you're probably going to struggle on, but okay, as I say that, my elf is probably going to die. No, we're good. Okay. Alright, so you always want to drop your stealth before your blade slash, because attacking out of stealth, I think it's a 30% bonus crit chance. And they also have a chance to glance on you, which doesn't really mean much now that you're in this, but oh, that's annoying. But normally the elf doesn't die, right? I kind of cucked it. We'll see if this run completes. If it does, I'll do another run in just normal speed and give you guys a look at what it's like. So this is a good chance though to see the strategy for the boss. So when you have it on ×3, if you're babysitting it, because it's not 100%, you want to switch the targets over so Wham will hit the crystal instead of the actual boss, because you don't want him counting towards the boss's counter attack, right? So on another though, you do always want the defense buff up on both of your units. This one we might be in trouble because Boomer copped the defense break, but he's pretty low the boss already, so when that bomb pops combined with the second skill of Boomer, it should just be a clear. Alright, we're good. In this run I'm going to do, because I'm going to do it at normal speed, I'm going to kind of break down the mechanics in the boss fight and a few things to avoid and to do. Because when I first tried this, it took me a lot of goes to hit it at 3 stars, right? But once I got the knack of it down and what you actually should aim for, when you should save to get your broccoli guy out, stuff like that, it made it way more consistent. So I'll give you guys a look. And also as well, you don't need essentially Wham Shell to do this. I was always a big advocate for Wham, thinking you would need him definitely before you started B9, but I've seen other people do it without Wham Shell, and I've done it without Wham Shell myself. So I'll go through and show you a team that I can do that's free to play accessible, kind of, if you're lucky. It is reliant on 1 nat 5, which is Nightmare for the leader skill, but if you don't have Nightmare, you can use what's it called, Whirlwind and Deja Vu. Vulcan, another YouTuber and streamer, I'm sure you guys know who he is, used that team comp and that worked really well. So, well, that was an accident again. You always want to try and get up your second skill on Boom before you attack with your elf, just because it attack buffs. I'm just too impatient to do this at ×1 and not have it on auto. Alright, so we're going to stealth on the elf. Rhyme not intended, but maybe I was a poet in my last life. You never know. Alright. We're pretty good. This bomb should just wipe everyone, I think. And is this elf gonna die again? Oh my god, it is. Oh no, we're good. Alright. So now we're gonna take it off auto. And I'm gonna show you how I tried to do it, right? So we'll stealth here, we'll get Broccoli guy out, we'll get his heal up. Okay, we're gonna use this for the defense buff, but we're gonna hit the tower, okay? We're not gonna hit the boss. And then we're going to wait for the defense break. That's fine. We're not going to use Broccoli guy's heal, right? Because we want the boss to focus Wham. Because he has the defense break, we're going to leave it on there. Alright, then we're going to queue up stealth again. So we're going to use the heal now because it's going to target the elf when it's lowest. Now you'll notice as well, Wham doesn't have the defense buff up, so we want to get that back up. So we're going to aim over to the right tower on Wham. Now we're in a bit of trouble, okay? This is going to wipe, but that's just very poor RNG on our end, right? If the defense break didn't land on the elf and the boomer, we would have been fine. And it probably would have maybe been a 3-star run. Anyway, that's kind of the strategy behind it and how to get it done. I'm not even going to attack the boss because the bomb's just going to finish it off. I don't want him revenging and life stealing off Broccoli and Wham. But that team can complete it at a 3-star, right? It's just a bit of RNG and getting the knack of it. If you have those units, you should be at a 3-star if you have the rune quality. My runes on them are not that great, but still they can get it done. So another team that I can use as well, I'm going to show you quickly. This one's also free to play, everything's farmable. This is very inconsistent, but I have 3-starred it with this team before as well. So I've used Boomer and Double Elf. Okay, Double Elf is a bit questionable. My elf is on really crappy runes as well. Like, I know her stats don't look that bad, but like, they're just broken runes, right? Like, what's this? This is actually an upgrade, hey? I'm pretty sure this is an upgrade. Let's have a look, 5442. Alright, remember that. 5401. Ooh, we actually did lose a little bit of attack off that, but we gained crit rate and we should be good, right? So we'll give this a go and I'll give you a look at how it runs. So the stealth, it's not necessary if you're having a nightmare because you'll be able to kill stuff just quick enough. But if you don't have a nightmare, you need stealth because it's just going to stop the mons from focusing your stealth elf. See, that's a pain in the ass. If you menu this, you don't let her use the dagger cannon. Alright, she's going to wipe. So this is a bad example. Maybe if he doesn't, alright, he attacked. He's going to wipe. So now we're going to see if Boomer and Stealth Elf can duo it. We'll see. It's possible. I've done it before, but it's more on the unlikely side, right? This will also kind of give you another look. So one of the other teams I was going to mention is Stealth Elf, Boomer, and Nightmare is another team I was running. It's less inconsistent than my main team, just because the elf doesn't crit that often. But if I had her built a little bit better, I think it would be really reliable. Alright, we're going to get the heal up now. I queued that too early, I fucked up. You kind of want to aim to have it queuing for when the tower's going to defense break, so you can see the turner at the left. It's just that 3 times it's a little tricky sometimes. Alright, so I actually think we'll probably be alright. This is going to hit. And yeah, we got it. Alright, so that team can run it as well, right? The super shot, as I said, it's a bit of RNG to get the 3-star run with the super shot. Basically, when you do it at normal speed and you can queue it so she won't attack with her dagger cannon, the second skill, and everything like that. I might, nah, I'll sell it. Stuff it. I've got too many runes for that slot that I haven't even got upgraded yet. So basically, with this boss, so you can do it with just the elf and Boomer, right? If you have a nightmare lead, it makes it way more consistent. Mine still wipes from, I'd say pretty often, to be honest. It's not even that reliable with the nightmare lead. But that's also can be attributed a bit to the fact that my elf isn't rune that crazy, right? There are a lot better elves on the server. The crit rate in particular, right? If it was around 110, 120, I think I could run the elf and Boomer with a Nightmare lead, and it would be pretty successful. I'd say close to 100%. Because it's not that high, it's fairly inconsistent. So I'm not going to do a run with this just because we basically just saw the run anyway with Elf and Boomer. But Nightmare just keeps them alive for the waves, right? So the main team that I'm using now, which I found is the most consistent, is Whamshell, Boomer, and Nightmare just for the lead. Nightmare is unruined, so nothing on her at all. She's purely there just to die and for the leader skill. So the two skills I run on her is the Spear and the Battle Horn, just because this costs 6 mana. We don't want her to use it straight away at the start of the turn. It could just slow the runs down. So with this team, again, it's not 100% reliable. It does wipe from time to time. Sometimes it even wipes in the waves. It just depends how lucky and unlucky you get. So this big guy in the middle, his main skill, his main attack skill is called Life Slash. Does a ton of damage, especially if your defense broken. It won't quite one-shot your Boomer, but if it crits, it gets very close. Actually, I'll just take my hands off the mouse now as well, let it run out completely auto so you guys can have a look and see it, how it actually does. So quite often I found as well with this run, it does get down to Wham versus the boss at the end. And it's kind of a bit of an RNG fest, right? If the left crystal doesn't defense break Wham that often, or if it lands the defense break but Broccoli Guy is up and can cleanse it, we normally are fine. If it lands the defense break like right after Broccoli Guy has just died, that's when we usually wipe. Alright, so yeah, with Nightmare's passive, they both go into the boss with full HP. So you're going to see here what I mean in a minute when you menu it. So look, this crystal's about to pop now. See, it landed on Boomer, that's a problem. But because we have Broccoli Guy up, we should be alright. If Broccoli cues the heal, oh my god, this Broccoli is a space cadet, I swear. Alright, we should still be alright, but... oh, never mind. He's going to use Blow on it. Yep. Right, this might be a wipe. It's up to Wham. So you'll see what I mean earlier. If the boss really doesn't do jack to him, really, it's just if this crystal defense breaks, we're in trouble. Because we've got Broccoli Guy up in like 5 seconds, even if he lands it now, it's not the end of the world, right? So I'd much rather him land it when Broccoli is up or about to be up than when it's not up. See, now we might be in some trouble. I've jinxed it. It's Murphy's Law. You talk about the defense break and it lands every time. Quite often, Wham doesn't cop a defense break on any runs. He's actually got decent resistance. So, yeah, we should be fine. He's going to whack Broccoli, so he'll up a bit, but we'll be fine, right? So, Wham finished it in the end. So, this is the run that's the most consistent by far, this team of people. So, really, I think to get this to like 100%, I'd like Boomer to have a slot 6 attack percentage rune, even a flat attack rune, his effect accuracy to be a little bit higher. But I'm sitting on a lot of runes at the moment that are 6-star that I just don't have the gold to power up. So gold's really a big issue I'm facing, and oh, alright, server has just updated. Let me digress real quick and check what I got in the Realm of Souls. Let's see if we got anything good. That's not bad. Ninjini's one I want to build in the future, so happy with that. But anyway, so we'll filter by grade. As you can see, I've got a lot of 6-star runes that are starting on anything at all, right? But there's also quite a few here that just I haven't powered up, like plain and simply because I just don't have the gold. So that was a troll drop. That one's not bad either, but again, I just don't have the money to power these up, right? Yeah, and I've got quite a few, like a couple nice ones as well that just, there's no one's using them, so I just don't have the money to invest in them. So really, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a look at B9, kind of the strategy behind it. Really, I guess the main thing to do if you're manualing it for the first time is you want to get into the habit of knowing when that crystal is going to attempt to defense break, and try and queue up your Broccoli, like how to word it, like kind of like anticipating it, right? When the defense break's going to come up. So even if your 2 mons are on full HP, right? Or 3 if you're doing your 3-star run, so even if they're all full HP, if you're 3 mons, try and queue your Broccoli Guy's skill up so it lands between the tower going and then the boss going. Because even if they're full HP, if one's defense broken, it will still heal the defense broken unit. But it's random as to who it will heal, right? So if it defense breaks 2 of your units, one of them's still going to cop the boss's hit. So it's a bit of luck. if you're not just quite 3-starring it, keep giving it a go. If you find it's a damage, you might need to go back and farm some more B8. I didn't have much luck with B8, so when I first did this though, I think my boom was around 7.5k attack, much lower effect accuracy. My stealth elf wasn't awakened, so you don't have to worry about that. And my WAM, I think he was +1 when I did it, but his stats were kind of around where they are at the moment as well. My broccoli also was just level 60, not 67 +3. So yeah, definitely had some few upgrades since then. But anyway, I just really wanted to let you guys have a look and see where I'm at the game in the moment. If you have any questions regarding B9 or B8 or any dungeons or just really anything related that you think I might be able to help you with, let me know. And thank you for watching. All right, peace.